Hello guys, welcome to my channel. This is Mimilada TV. Thank you so much for clicking. So in my first video, my first and second video, I showed how I begin. So in this third video, I'm going to show how we filled up the house, the main house on my third week, how we filled up the main house. And yeah, we watered it to sit over for one night, and then after we started with the concrete work. So here we were busy with the filling by ourselves. This was Sunday. We did it together with me and my younger brother. So yeah, we did that. And after that day, the next day, the plumber and the masons were around, so which was Monday. So they started with the boys quarters again. This was the boys quarters being laid out, all the pipe work and everything. So this was the old toilet that I converted into the new toilet from here. So yeah, and at the same time, the mason was also busy with the concrete inside the main house. So after we finished with the filling on Sunday, we watered it, and then Monday the mason was coming to start with his work. So yeah, as you can see, they start already with the concrete inside the house, and yeah, everybody was busy with that. So guys, yeah, and at this moment I was still busy with buying the woods down, buying extra block, buying cement. So this video was taken when I was actually not around. So yeah, I was still busy with buying all my stuff, or my materials for my next move. So yes, from here you can see that we roofed the boys quarters. This is how the boys quarters roofing went, and it was super easy. So yeah, because in my other videos I talked about how I wanted the boys quarters to be done quick, because I want to move my things from the main house that we break off, the main house that we took the things out. We want to place these things in the boys quarters. So my first reaction was the boys quarters should be done first before the main house. So yeah, we started, and then we laid everything perfectly. The guys worked so hard. It took me only 6 weeks. So yeah, this was when how the this is how the main house was looking. At the same time we were busy with the boys quarters, this was how the main house was looking. So they were still busy with the main house and busy with the boys quarters. So yeah, and at that moment I still had things in the house. I still had a lot of things in the main house. So I was just I was busy with the main house, and as well as rescuing my things in the house. So yeah, it was a little messy because I had a lot of dust around. We were breaking off walls and things, and yeah, and rebuilding. So as you can see, the place was a little messy. Yeah. So this is my third week already. We did the plastering, we did the ceiling. So I took the plywood from the main house off, and I put it here in the boys quarters, and it was so beautiful when they were done, because they did Andre on the plywood. So after we finished, you wouldn't even know that we used old plywood for it. My guys were so good. I don't know how I got to find these guys, but it was so easy to work with them. They understand things very easy. So it let everything went so good here. So as you can see, we were busy with everything together as quick as possible. So this was how the concrete work went, and then till how we finished with the concrete, and after that we moved to another stage. After that, we moved to another stage. So from here is the concrete, how full it was. So I had a plan to do two entrance for the house, but later I changed my plan again. So I only did temporary entering. So this was how it was looking finally after we finished with the concrete. So now we are going to continue with the top laying, and also the during this time we cleaned up the whole compound. And if you look to how the place is now and how it was really empty. It was really empty. With these trees, my husband came back and he planted all these trees. At the time I was back in Holland, which is 2019, but he came back exactly 2019 also, but I was gone already. So yeah, he planted the trees before I came back to start the building. So yeah, so going behind the house, you can see the rest of the gravel that I had. I used it to fill the back of the house, so that I it was a little bit of muddy there, so I used the rest of the gravel. I had a lot of gravel, so I used some to fill there. We still had a little bit left, but everything was going so perfect as planned. So this is my third week in Ghana. So yeah, the boys' quarters is already ready, but almost we needed only the doors and some petty things. This was the kitchen that I planned, and behind there was the toilet. So the kitchen, toilet, and then one bedroom. That was how I planned for the boys' quarters. So finally, we are getting there, guys. So yeah. So after the boys' quarters was done, we took off the roofing on top of the roof, on top of the main house. We took the roofing out, and yeah, that was the roofing on top of the main house. We took off so that we can be able to start with the block laying on top of the main house, because I wanted everything to be done in 6 weeks. I was only in Ghana for 6 weeks, so I wanted everything to be done. So we moved everything from the main house into the boys' quarters, and yeah, it helped a little bit because we didn't. If if I didn't do it like that, I wouldn't have space to put my things away. So from here, the house was empty. The main house was fully empty, and the workers could get chance to do their job very fast. So here you can see after the roofing sheet went out, this guy was laying the blocks to be exactly the same size like how all the other blocks were laid. So this was how the roofing was on top of the roofing, on top of the main house, and this was how it went off. This was how we took it out, and all these woods were rotten. All these roots, they were all rotten. So as you can see, they look very strong, but when they took them off the building, they were all fully rotten. So yeah, we couldn't do anything with them. We just kicked them for firewood. And yeah, I already started buying my woods. Before even I started the house project, I already started with buying woods and getting all the materials that I needed. So it was super easy. After they took off the roofing, their next move was their next move was to just start with the block laying. So here we breaked off some of the old walls in the main house. We did this in the night, so it's a little bit messy. The camera is not so good in the night, so it was dark in the night with music, and yeah, we did it. So the next day the guys came back to start with their job. So from here, the boys quarters was super easy, and they started here with putting woods on top of the main house, and the boys quarters was tiles already, and they did their first coat of painting, and the mason was busy with step in front of the boys quarters. So this was how my woodwork went. I let them plane all the woods, any wood that I use in the house there. I let them plane it. I buy it and then I plane it before they use in the house, because it was wooden floor that I was going to do. So I need everything to be as clean as possible. I didn't want to use any rough wood. So all the woods that I got in the market, at the same time, I planed everything before coming. And after we get home, I let them use dustpan to spray it so that we will not get woodworm in the woods. So yeah, this was how everything went. And so far, when after we sprayed it with a dustpan, we waited one day, and the next day again we sprayed it again. The red wood was for the red wood is for the top of the the top of the house, which is the floor that I'm going to make. In a short while, you will see what I did with the red wood. And the white wood is for the roofing, like to roof the building. So yeah, we did it one by one by one. They sprayed everything, because getting woodworm in one wood means your whole house is under fire. So yeah, we did this. We sprayed the whole wood with dustpan before we started using them per per stick or per wood. Yeah. So this is how everything started, and from here we were still busy, and the wood guys started already with putting them together. So this was how the boys quarters was looking, guys. And we finished laying the woods on top of the main house. So this was the idea of how I wanted the woods to be on top of the main house. So this, from here we started laying the roofing designs, the roofing woods, how we are going to let the roofing come on top of the house. So yeah, we are now busy with the woodwork. So yeah, so after this woodwork, we made blocks under. So now the whole design will form how they did it. This is how it was looking like. And yeah, they did a lot more, a lot more, a lot more to get it in a good, very good shape. So from here you can see how the shape of the house is drawing already. I was so excited when we get here. I'm like, oh, I'm getting there. So yeah, so for this one, we did long span on this. We did long span on this roofing design. So here I helped to mix the mortar myself, because yeah, I wanted everything fast as soon as possible. So when the workers were not being busy how I wanted, so I tried to help them to fix things quick, because yeah, this was also on Saturday. A lot of them didn't come, and then we did this by ourselves. So yeah, we I don't like to sit quiet, so mostly I like to help also by myself. So this was how far the woodwork was coming, and we had a lot of wood in there. We had a lot of wood and a lot of supports. So all the supports in the middle, the plan is not for the middle woods to be there. So they will later go out, and it is going to be a room, or it's going to be rooms on top over there. So all the during all the videos, you will see how far it have come. So here my brother was busy, because it was already my 5 weeks, my fourth week in Ghana, and I only have 6 weeks to be there. So my brother was busy on the fourth week already to start with the metals to build in. So here, after the woods were finished, the roofing woods were finished, we started putting blocks under it to support the wood work. So yeah, this was the day the long span roofing was coming, and this roofing company, they were so good. They helped a lot. They came, I think, two days. They were able to roof the whole house, and everything was done in 2 days. So yeah, they were like 6 people that worked together in a team. So this was how the roofing started and how it ended. So you can see from the back, and this is the side of the house, and this is also the front side of the house, and this is the main from the main gate. This is how you see the front of the house. So yeah, and this is the side also of the house, and the back also. So here I let them fix a temporary door because I wanted the place closed down before I leave Ghana. So yeah, I had a temporary door for the meantime, and then yeah, that was what we did. And yes, voila, the roofing was done, and we had put in aluminium window inside. It looks so gorgeous at this moment, so we kept on with the block work until everything was finished. So this was my last days of going. They were busy. I was left with 5 days to go, and from here, this was my last day of leaving Ghana. This was my last day of going out of my house. So this was how the house was looking like my last day before I left. So they were able to complete the block work and everything. Yeah, I couldn't wait to clean up because I had to get to the airport and then fly out the same day. And that same time, I let my younger brother took this video for me. So guys, this is how the house looked like before I was leaving Ghana. So I used 6 weeks to build from the foundation to here, and I am going to make to try and upload the rest of the videos. And that 6 weeks I was here, as you can see, the trees were growing like crazy because we give them water every single day. I first came, the trees were not so much, and it was so hot that time. It was December, so can you imagine? And yeah, and so for till my time of going, I was able to get some trees that were giving shade at that moment. So the back of the house, this was how the back of the house looked like before the time that my time was up to go. So my taxi driver was waiting because I needed this as my memory of what I did for 6 weeks before I left. So this is the end of my journey for 6 weeks. So I am going to upload the next video of I I let them did the plastering. So I wasn't there when the plastering was done because it's been 3 years now. I have not come back to Ghana. My dad have been a great help, so I'm going to upload the video. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next part of the video. Bye bye for now. Bye.